All right, so I have my new guitar here, and I've been looking at this for a while. All right, much like with my Explorer here, I wasn't thrilled with the color options that were available, but I found this, and it was the perfect color option. And so I went ahead and pulled the trigger, especially since we don't really know what's going to be happening as far as China tariffs go. So I went ahead and pulled the trigger and grabbed this Epiphone. I've had it out. I opened it. I unboxed it already. I did not make an unboxing video because, well, we've all seen unboxing videos. If you want to see a guitar get unboxed, go visit Trogley. If you like guitars, go visit Trogley. But with this, I want to go ahead and show it to you as though I was unboxing it to an extent. And then I'm going to talk about some of my concerns, and I'm going to tear it apart a little bit to assuage those concerns. So here we go. I'm going to do this. And so this is the Epiphone 59 limited edition Les Paul standard in aged Southern Burst, which was a Zzounds exclusive. It looks beautiful. It really does. And I think there is something special about this one, but I'll get into that in a little bit. In this particular case, I do have a couple of concerns. The number one concern, the first concern, is the color of the interior of the case. Every single one of these limited edition 59 Les Pauls has come in a very bright pink case, from what I could tell. It's pink, but it's a very dark pink, almost red, which makes me wonder, why is that? The second thing is the pickups did not have any sort of plastic over them. There was still plastic on the pick guard, and there is still plastic on the electronics cavity cover. So I don't know. That's strange, right? With that said, this thing plays great. It sounds amazing. Everything else seems to be just the way it's supposed to be. I did not order a used guitar, so everything should be brand new. There was, like I said, no plastic covering over the pickups, and if you bought Epiphones in the past, you know they, just like most guitar manufacturers, put a protective piece of paper between the strings and the fretboard. And this did not have any of that. So, what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to go ahead and put it down on my bench here, and I'm going to take it apart. I need to restring it anyway. It came with fine strings, but I'm just going to go ahead and replace them with some Ernie Ball regular slinkies, 10 to 46. And we'll see how this goes. Oh, I know people like to see case candy. So I'll open this up. And it just comes with the standard Epiphone stuff. Stickers, warranty card, hang tags, and of course the key for the case. Nothing else. So let me go ahead and pull that aside. This up. But the case is nice. The case is super nice. I'm not saying that I'm upset that it's not that bright, vibrant pink. But now let me get my other. It's just not quite what I was expecting. I'll do a video on this Explorer also. But it didn't come quite the way that it was supposed to either. Let's go ahead and put that under there. And I've got some tools, which we will need. And let me go ahead and pull the strings off. I'm using this Ernie Ball. This is not sponsored by Ernie Ball. All right, just so you know. But I'm using this Ernie Ball kit. I find that Ernie Ball makes really great accessories for guitars. I mean, you know, they make great guitars also through Music Man. But it's just, I think that they're fantastic for accessories. I love the strings, and you know, just about everything that they make. So that's just my 2 cents. Like I said, not in the least bit sponsored by Ernie Ball. However, if someone from Ernie Ball wants to sponsor me, I'm here. All right. How is there hair in this? You might not notice, but not a lot of hair up there. All right. So, if I can get hold of these strings. Now, when I bought this, I took my time, clearly, and I looked at a bunch of different guitars in this price range. All right, all Epiphones, but it was between this, the Prophecy, and the Slash Appetite Burst. And I went back and forth over them. But I said, you know what? I've been looking at these forever. I love the specs. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go classic. And whoa, goodbye. All right. All right. The tailpiece, it's Epiphone branded, and it's pretty heavy, actually. I do like the Epiphone bridge and tailpiece, the LockTone, because when you're changing strings, they lock in place. You do not have to worry about the bridge or tailpiece going flying off somewhere if you decide you need to move the guitar. Get rid of these. Get them out of my way, because a clean work area is a good work area. In garbage. All right. Next up, I'm going to mess up my brand new guitar. All right. That should go in there. All right, good. Click. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the pickups. Hold on. Let's see if that'll work better. There we go. That's much better. All right. And these should be Burstbuckers. Okay, Burstbucker 2 in the neck, Burstbucker 3 at the bridge. And there we go. Burstbucker 2. That's another thing that had me concerned about this, and that is the serial number on here, which says this is a 2023, and this pickup says July 10th, 2023. Which makes me think that for some reason, this guitar was sitting for 2 years in a warehouse. And that just, I don't understand that. Because I know this has gone out of stock and back in stock. The aged Southern Fade a couple of times, which makes me wonder. Okay, 23 Burstbucker, 23 on the serial number. That's the part that really confuses me. Let me go ahead and grab this down. I'll show you a little bit closer. But you can see here, you got the July 23. You can see in here, we got the long neck tenon. And the fretboard is Indian Laurel, not rosewood. But damn if you can tell. I really won the lottery on that one and got a very nice dark rosewood-like fretboard. And let's get a look at the serial number there. You can see it's a 2023. Epiphone doesn't do their serial numbers the same way Gibson does, and the first two numbers actually do represent the year. So that's that. It does have a two-piece mahogany body with no veneer back there, a maple cap. You can see the cap in there, and it has the flame maple veneer. Okay, it says it's AAA, and it does look AAA, and it does have some really nice movement to it. I think it would be maybe a little bit better if the finish wasn't this aged finish. Okay, which Epiphone's been doing for quite a few years now. But it is what it is. So we got the Burstbucker 2 here. I don't feel the need to pull the other one. I just wanted to make sure that they were actually the Burstbuckers. But, whoops. Don't forget to put them back in the right way. Although you can put it in the other way. It would be slightly out of phase with the bridge, but it would be fine. All right, let's go ahead and go over some of the specs. So I did say it's got an Indian Laurel fretboard. It's got 59 kind of C-neck. It's not as chunky as the the 50s. It's not as slim as the 60s. My Explorer here does have the slimmer 60s style slim taper. The frets are medium jumbo, as you would expect, 22 frets. And the pick guard is not beveled at all. Okay, you can see that. Non-beveled pick guard. It's got a blank 2-ply truss rod cover. And the finish, like I said, it's the aged finish. It's kind of it's not quite satin, honestly. I have guitars with satin finishes, and this does not quite feel satin. Okay, it's just feels used. I might see how hard it would be to buff that up and make it a gloss. It would kind of ruin the whatever residual value there is in the guitar, but I don't care. On the back, it's got this really nice red color. Like I said, it is a 2-piece. You might be able to see it there. It comes with the limited edition medallion. This does not have the stock, the base 59s. Have a little story here about the excuse me. Having a little summer cold. But the 59s have a little story here about what makes a 59 and why Epiphone's 59 is so great. Under here, you do have CTS pots, Mallory capacitors, and it is hand wired. And multi-piece neck, although it's really not. It looks fantastic. All right, so let's go ahead and get a look at this back, because it's absolutely stunning. Who cares what the back looks like? I do. But it looks fantastic. And it's got the Epiphone Deluxe Satin-style tuners. This is just, it is a beautiful guitar, which I'm trying to scratch up. But it looks fantastic. I love this. With that said, I am going to go ahead and put this back together. I'm going to do some little maintenance things. I'm going to put some lemon oil on the fretboard, clean off fingerprints that have accumulated very quickly on a satin-style finish, and screw everything back together, and finally put some new strings on it. And then we'll go ahead and do a quick little sound sample. Thank you. So, I'm standing right next to the amplifier. I'm running through my Marshall DSL40, and I'm so close to it that I don't think I can play through the ultra gain channel without feeding back. What I've done is I am on the clean channel. That's the clean tones. And for the dirty, I'm running through an EVH 5150 Overdrive. And using the built-in noise gate on the 5150. So, that's what it sounds like. Poorly played, but it's what it sounds like. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like. Whether you did or not, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, so here we have the site, Zzounds.com, the actual page for the Epiphone exclusive 1959 Les Paul Standard with case. In specifically the aged Southern fade, which is what I've been showing you. And that's what it looks like on there. You saw what it looks like in real life, and I'm happy with it. Also, you'll notice it says no longer available at Zzounds. As soon as I made the purchase, this popped up. Okay, it no longer said buy now. It said no longer available at Zzounds. I've seen this guitar go out of stock, and they offer to sell it to you back ordered. So, honestly, I think I got the very last one of these in the aged Southern fade. I know I said a burst earlier. It is a burst, but yeah, they're calling it aged Southern fade. So, they're not completely sold out. Okay, you can get the regular model, okay, which has the, I don't know if it says what, doesn't say what the burst is. It's the aged dark burst. That's what it is. And that's nice. Okay, it wasn't quite what I wanted. Okay, I wanted something a little bit lighter. But you can still get the, yeah, there it is, aged dark burst. You can still purchase this. It is available. And it's a great guitar. I absolutely love mine. I went ahead and pulled the bridge pickup. It was the Burstbucker 3. Everything is right. I just wonder why this guitar, built in 2023, was sold in 2025, halfway through 2025. I did check. It was the serial number is December 2023. So who knows? But it is the one that I had, that I got, is not available. And like I said, I think I got the very last one. Okay, I think it's actually hit its limit. Okay, it's supposed to be a limited edition. I think it's actually hit its limit for the Zzounds exclusive color of Southern Aged Fade, or Aged Southern Fade. But the Aged Dark Burst is available, and if you're interested in it, I will put an affiliate link down in the description below. And if you use it, it doesn't cost you anything more, but it gives a little kickback to me, and I appreciate that. So thanks for watching. Remember, like the video, subscribe, dislike the video if you have to, and make a comment, a terrible comment about my crappy playing ability. And I will talk to you next time. If I can find the stop button.